Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fun in the Country Basement for this February 9th of 2020. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
I guess I could. Guess I could have looked down at my glasses on, so I can't see it. Oh, welcome everybody. Welcome to Fun in the Country Basement. We haven't been here now for 2 weeks, and we'll get into all of that in a moment. But in the meantime, we're going to let the old guy over here do his intro.
I'm still looking for this old guy of which you speak. I'm Walter, Country 3D. You can find me everywhere at Country 3D. If you're not subscribed, please click the button to subscribe to Glenn and go over to funcountrbasement.com and click the subscribe button for me. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Fun in the Country Basement. It's been a while since we've been here. This guy down here now.
Try to hold them up. I don't have quite enough ceiling to get a good shot.
I thought we were doing high five there for a second.
What is up, everybody? I'm in the basement. My name is Chris. Put all that together. I did tear away from Empire Strikes Back to come to this stream. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it or not, but I did make it past the Tauntaun part, and they were just getting ready. What they were suiting up. Oh, the AT-ATs just showed up when I came down here. So I got enough in that I could tear myself away. But yeah, don't ruin it. No spoilers. But anyway, yes, this should be a interesting afternoon. I have a couple of things I need to work on, but good times.
And I guess that leaves me, and I'm Glenn from Fun King 3D, and that's where you are today. It's Fun King 3D. Yeah, all that stuff that Walter said, about subscribing and stuff, that's important. So,
Thunder.
I love full transparency and full disclosure. So, I told you all last week, not you guys, but the world, that we were skipping the Fun in the Country Basement for the Super Bowl. But truth be told, my wife's father passed away a week ago, Thursday, I think it was now. And so come the weekend, we had to prep to head to Miami for the funeral and the service. And so that's really what that was all about. And so we went down on Monday. The viewing was on Monday afternoon, and then the burial, he was actually put into what do they call those? I always want to call it a crypt. That's not right. The buildings. So
Mausoleum.
Mausoleum. There you go. So we were down there Monday and Tuesday and came back Tuesday, but I don't know if it was because the funeral home was so freaking cold, or if it was just all those people in the room. And I don't handle people. I ended up with, I think it's just a cold, but it's been kicking my butt all week, and I was not even over the one that I already had when I got this one. So it's it's not been a fun week. I've been sleeping a lot. We got home Tuesday night about 6, I think it was, and by 7 I was asleep. I went to bed. I was exhausted. So, but yeah, it's been a rough week. But yeah, so thank you guys for those condolences. So,
Well, sorry to hear that, Glenn.
He it's been a long time coming. He's been in rough shape. He suffered from dementia for a long time. Like, his quality of life was just getting really bad. So it's really better. He's definitely in a better place now. So, but it's been hard on my wife, and then it brings back, because I lost my dad 3 years ago next month, and so then all of a sudden all that starts coming back up. So, but yeah, all right. So now that I've drugged the stream down,
Larry Olfs, or I think that's who it was, said I needed to turn my mic up, so I just pulled it closer.
That works too.
Yeah, I want to turn it up too much because then I start getting Freddie off Seth. That's it. So, what have you been working on, Glenn?
My health.
Yeah, right.
Honestly, I haven't been working on anything 3D printing. I don't know if I had talked about this, but my turtle, I have a red ear slider that she's about that big. And she was in a 75-gallon aquarium, but she kept eating the silicone out of the corners of the tank. And it decided to dump about half of the water onto my garage floor. So I had to scramble and put her into a rubber tub. And I went out. The tank is old. And now that I've messed with it more, I realize that it's 90% likely home built. Because like the glass isn't cut real nice and stuff. But I went out and bought a 220-gallon tank used that the people had disclosed to me that they came home one day and all 220 gallons of water had dumped out on their floor in their house.
My Lord, can you imagine?
So, yeah. So come to find out, it was a marine land tank. And if you ever look up marine land tanks, you will find that that is the number one complaint, is that like some of them 3 months old and some of them 5 years old, they just crap and then leak everywhere. So I've actually been working on stripping all the sealant and resealing that. So that's kind of been my project. And of course that has nothing to do with 3D printing, but I just feel bad for my turtle having to live in a big Rubbermaid bin, but she'll be happy with 220. I'm actually going to only fill it 24 inches deep, so she'll only be in 180 gallons, but that's still a significant improvement over the 75. Don't ever get a turtle. Man, they're so much fun, but they are messy, and they live like 40 years, man. It is a long-term project. Yeah, I haven't even done anything more with my printers. The Prusa still needs the hot end cleaned up and put back together, and I still haven't figured out what's going on with the AM8 that I almost couldn't remember the name of.
Right.
I'm just really foggy, man.
Every time I look up, Walter's doing something different.
Yeah, he's
This was a suggestion. 3D Jimmy said I needed this.
He's just cycling through stuff. Let's hope he doesn't end up into like the wrong folder of pictures.
Not on this machine.
Bennett, that project will get started as soon as the proper printer is working correctly. Because I think for the most part, that's going to get printed on the AM8. Unless I cheat and digitally weld the files together and print them on the FK1. Which that's actually a lie. It's not right there. It's still in the garage. It might just live there now.
So I've been trying to get things ready to come to Murph, and I know we're a little ways out, but I need all of that time, it seems like.
Well, Felipe just posted 54 days until Murph.
Yeah. So, and the biggest project is Tool Changer. I really got to get that thing lined out. I've done a couple of prints, and they're getting better, but it's a really gradual process. And I don't know if either of you have like sat down and beaten yourself up about a slicing profile for days and weeks and months, but I'm in the middle of that right now, and it's really painful. I have tuned slicing profiles before, but it was mostly just, okay, that print looks good. Now I'm actually taking a microscope and looking at the layers and seeing how far apart they are and judging it that way.
That almost sounds as much fun as creating a printing profile from scratch.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of it. It has been. I'm saving iterations now, so I've got like number 103 saved, and I'm building. So I'll jump back a couple, or I'll try. Okay, that one's fine. I'll go to the next one. It's just
be like, wait a minute, two ones ago, it wasn't doing that. And then
exactly. It has been a nightmare, and I won't let it go. I just need to say it's good enough, but I just can't. I can't do it. So that's what I've been spending a lot of time doing. I've been spending so much time doing that I haven't made a whole lot of videos lately. So
just as in the AM8 switches on fine. The problem is when the fan switches on, the hot end cools down. I meant to pull that wind mouth. I got to thinking that maybe one of the holes got clogged, but this one's got fairly large holes in it. You can tell it's been hot, that's for sure.
Freddie, there are several examples of that on the Duet's website of where to plug it in, but it's one of the extra sensors that you're not using for your filament sensor. I actually had one on my Hypercube EVO, and it's laying right here right now. So
yeah, on Duet they give you like an E0 and an E1 sensor port,
right.
Something like that, right? I think the filament sensor defaults to E1, but you just set it in the command line.
Right.
I think they defaulted. I don't remember, but yeah.
It was really easy to get out on their site, look up a filament sensor for the Duet, and follow the instructions. I mean, it was pretty straightforward. On that note, Chris, you stepped out earlier, but I have some bad news about my Hypercube, my Evo, my printed one. It is becoming brittle. When I was putting the bed back on the other day, I broke a couple of pieces. And I got to looking around on the machine, and things are just starting to break. So I think I'm going to keep it together, I think, for now, until I can reprint everything. But I think I'm going to use the electronics and stuff off of it to do this big Hypercube EVO that I've got, this kit. Because I want to keep that together. I mean, it was a community build with the country club, and I don't want to do that, but I really don't have the money or the inkling to reprint the entire Hypercube either.
No, that's got to be one of those projects where it was like it was a really great idea the first time.
Yeah.
And then you did it and it was successful, and then time to move on.
Well, yeah, Steven, I probably should have used PETG. I didn't.
No, back then, Walter didn't even know what PETG was.
Yeah, I mean, when I started, you got to remember this was a year and a half ago. I mean, I hadn't been doing my channel that long. What brand of filament was that? That was the what is it, Matter Hackers Build Series or Pro Series? It was both of those. David Olson actually supplied all of that. So,
my brother James is in the house.
Steven, I actually want to build this big one. So I'm going to use the electronics off of it no matter what. We can rebuild it. I have no problem rebuilding it. I'm just going to have to do it.
So James rolls in and says,
slowly.
James rolls in and says, look at these gorgeous men, which is so kind. I mean, that's why I love my brother James. I know. And then there's Ricky. What stream you watching, James?
Well, see, the thing about it is that James comes in and averts his eyes from Glenn to me and Chris so he can say that. And then Ricky comes in, he sees all three of us, and it just, oh, God, it's destroyed.
Well, maybe James is getting more of the glare than Ricky is.
Oh, he might. I don't know. Oh,
he's Canadian.
Yeah, he's Canadian. They have to be that way.
Oh. Yeah, so Lord. I guess I don't know. I don't know if this wind mouth it's melted just a little tiny bit. I don't think it's enough that it would cause the issue that I'm having, but really now I need to fix the Prusa to fix the AM8. Stupid 3D printing. I'm gonna go back to welding everything.
Why's it gotta be so hard? Yeah, the biggest struggle I'm having right now is just time to do everything. I don't know where my time goes, but it's definitely gone.
Yeah, no doubt. I've had 2 videos that we've needed to shoot. Well, one video, I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, but I didn't really put my cat in the bag. But that video was supposed to be filmed around Thanksgiving, and I still have yet to do it. And then, and that was a sponsored video. Like the stuff was supplied, so I feel really bad. But, and then I have a maker box. I have January's maker box sitting here, unopened. I don't even know what's in there. I have to keep avoiding the maker box Facebook group because I don't want to know what's in it.
Did you, again, not to let the cat out of the bag, but did you order your super secret special deal that was supposed to be in the January one?
Because I haven't opened the January one.
Oh, so you don't know?
No, I don't know anything about it.
Okay, just wondering.
Yeah, and I don't either.
Definitely don't want to spoil any of the subscription boxes for anyone.
What box was that, Chris?
January.
January what box?
MakerBox.
Oh, yeah, I don't get MakerBot, so I wouldn't know anyway.
Whose dinging was that? Oh, it was me. Looks like Rafael Torres has subscribed. Thank you.
Nice.
Greatly appreciated. It helps my ego.
Yeah, I don't have on OBS, so I don't know. Let me see. I wonder if the green screen in OBS is better than the hold on, let me turn my cam off here.
What is the trick for getting the hot end out of the Prusa now? They keep changing up the hot ends, and then I can't figure out how to get them apart.
Oh, that's a 2.5, right?
Yeah, it's the 2 to almost 3.
But it has the IR sensor on top and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't get, because of the PTFE tube, I can't pull the hot end out.
Yeah, it's kind of an odd position to get that through there. What James was saying he got his Tronxy X5S up because I sent him some parts for it.
Yeah, he said it's running like a top, which sounds nothing like how a 3D printer should run.
I was gonna say that sounds weird, but still, I'm glad you got it running, and better you have those parts than I do.
You say that like you don't appreciate your Tronxy, Chris.
Every time I see it, I still squint my eyes.
But did you see it? That's the thing. I mean, did you truly see it? Still one of my all-time favorite 3D printing videos. I got it out, by the way. I just pulled on it really hard and it came out of there. You know, if at first it don't fit, just get a bigger hammer. Man, this thing is just super gummed up, and that's what I get for printing PETG.
Oh, see, there you go. You missed it. Shane wanted to know if he should grab the tools and head over, and it was only a 5-second offer.
Oh. Shane never comes over to see me anyway. Oh, all right. So I'm going to tell that story, and I'm really glad that he's here. So 2 weeks ago when we were last on, I made a comment live because that's how I like to do my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had made a comment that I didn't get invited to the 1440. That's right, right? 1440 makers.
Yep.
Stream.
Mm-hmm.
And so Shane reached out to me, and he was very concerned that I was upset with him. I'm like, dude, you know, I said, maybe you and I really need to start hanging out more so that you understand my, you know, my personality and my sense of humor. I said, I don't get offended by things. And like, I don't get my feelings hurt. Like, I don't get butt hurt over things. And I said, if anything ever bothers me, the person who bothers me will be the first to know. And so he's like, we're good. And I'm like, yeah, we're good. It's fine. But yeah, so I feel bad, and I apologize to Shane for tongue-in-cheeking that comment and making him think that I was upset when I was not. I mean, I'm upset that I didn't get to help. Like, I'm upset that I didn't get to do my part, but I'm not upset. And it just turned out that it was a miscommunication. The communication all took part in a place that I don't fully read, and so that was the issue. But that's all it was. There's no hurt feelings.
Well, next time.
Butt hurt's the worst kind of hurt. Sorry, I should have pushed my cough button for that.
All right, I think I got to go back.
I want to show you guys how gnarly this is. Is that a little bit of PETG on there?
Tasty.
Nice.
And I guess for those who are playing bingo.
Hey, Paul Cumber said, what did one 3D printer say to the other 3D printer? I can outprint you.
I can outprint you, or I can print you out. Either one of those two would work.
There you
go. So I need to make these wires longer, but I really don't want to replace the wires.
Run down to the hardware store and get a wire stretcher.
Dude, yeah. just use butt connectors. Just crimp them in there. It'll be all right.
I was going to go with wire nuts, but
there you go. They worked for years. Why would they stop working now?
Works on 120. Why not?
Right?
Shane said that he did send the money to the charity, sent it in Australian dollars, and it was 14,385 Australian dollars.
Sweet.
That is amazing.
That's awesome.
And that's after he took his 10%. No, just kidding. I'm kidding.
It was 15%.
It was 15%. No, I'm gonna have to plug this, either plug it in and heat this up, or I'm gonna have to get the heat gun over here so I can get this heat cartridge out of here.
And I should have washed my hands before I came over here. I was cleaning the shrimp.
Ew.
So I'm sitting here smelling shrimp going, yeah, it's time to eat.
Yeah, but the longer you sit there, the worse they're going to smell.
So what else is going on? It was only 18.
Eggy the Tech likes my basement, Chris. He didn't say nothing about yours.
Mine's old news.
Yeah, well, Walter's is better because it's like more zoomed in. We can actually see the stuff behind them.
Yeah, mine's just a mystery.
But now the real question is when was that picture taken? Because I can see some Friday filament on this shelf, in Walter's, and then in yours it's a maker box.
Yeah, I just asked for a quick snapshot. I'm pretty sure it was just one he had on his machine.
Yeah.
The sad part is that he has one on his machine.
Right. Well, you know the bad thing about my basement is I can't reach back here and get anything off of the shelf.
Well, what's sad is I haven't seen it do that weird blurry thing now.
That's because I turned the autofocus off on the camera.
Oh, yeah, no, that was fun.
You know what's really weird though? If you watch the background, you can't see it, but I'm actually pushing the green screen.
You're touching the screen,
and it's not moving at all on the image. So
that's weird.
I know. I was hoping to like put my trees on here and wave the green screen and see if it would make them wavy, like the wind was blowing.
That's pretty amazing technology.
It is. It's pretty cool.
Michael Cassell, that's a great idea. You should take a picture of the old room and put it on the room in the house and put it behind
And tell
you.
everybody you moved back into the house.
Everybody, my wife let me back in the house. Thing is, I'd have to have like a sequence of them, like different times, so I could change them so it would actually look like I was doing something in the back end.
Yeah.
Yeah, like moving stuff around once.
Yeah,
in a while.
moving stuff around or something.
I don't know. My background doesn't change very often. Only when there's a maker fair or something and I take a bunch of crap off the shelf. Otherwise, which you notice this side is still empty because that's all the stuff that went to Orlando Maker Fair and it's still in a box in the garage.
What else do I got here? I got an old swamp. That ain't too good. They gave me a brick wall. That's all right. That does pretty good at chroma key. I'm in somebody's house.
Oh, that's my house.
Been fun in the country basement. Joel Telling's looking at me funny.
Even Walter puts up the green screen of that house, and it's just a green screen, and people are yelling at him to get out.
I know, right?
Get out of my house.
Get out of here!
I'm gonna mute you guys because, well, I mean, I'll still hear you, but I'm gonna mute my mic so I can run the heat gun.
The thing is, I forgot how to do it. Hold on, I gotta look this up. Because that's just aggravating. Well, that says that does that, but I don't think that's right. I don't think it actually does that. Hold on, I'll be right back.
And it's the Chris Riley Show.
I'm still here. I'm just turning for a second.
I thought I had it all to myself there for a second.
Yeah, didn't you?
I was going to start the song and dance routine.
I don't know why this isn't working. This doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, wait.
So Friday, I was on the Friday night hangout chat with Scott Latine on that stream. It was a good stream. I can tell you that that's probably like one of the 5 times that I've been up late in the last year. I'm usually in bed by, like 10:30. Well, I like to be. Sometimes I'm standing down here waiting for a filament spool to run out for hours on end. But it was a good stream. Scott makes a good guest because he can fill a lot of time with all the ins and outs of how that firmware works. So I didn't really as a co-host, I really didn't have to do much. I could just sit there and listen to him talk. It was great. Easiest co-hosting I've ever done.
I don't get that.
What are you working on, Walter?
I'm trying to get this camera right, and it's a pain in my butt.
Do infinite Walters.
Well,
That.
if the camera is a pain in your butt, that explains why it's not right. It's definitely not located in the right spot then.
That would probably be the case, Glenn. You are absolutely correct. It doesn't do the chroma key exactly like I want it to. So it's really weird because it changes all the, well, one, I've got on a green shirt and a green hat and everything else, so it makes it difficult to do. But the chroma key on the StreamYards is working better than this one is.
Yeah, during that Jake from State Farm was just brought it up. During that stream, Scott was kind of listing off all the stuff that came out with 2.0, and one of the features was it was analog joystick support, so you could cable up your joystick and move your printer around with it. And the first thing I thought was, I really need to hook that up and see if I can print something. I think that would be a good time. In fact, I should hook it up and bring a printer to Murph and let other people try to print something. Hey, now I don't need to watch the rest of Empire Strikes Back. I can just watch Walter.
Right? Well, I'm not going to put up the video that got me in trouble with the other people.
He is wearing a Star Wars shirt.
But see, I don't. Oh, come on. This has got to do better than that.
Walter Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3D printer version of Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Now that's a good idea right there. I used to have Rock'em Sock'em Robots. They were fun for, 20 minutes or so.
I bought Xander one time. He played with it for a little while. He was pretty little though. He didn't really understand. He just liked when their heads popped off.
Just makes the video really grainy on this one. Yeah, it just makes the video look crappy. Space ain't too bad. And the space warp, that just gets your eyeballs messed up.
So I finished doing a whole bunch of MMU2 prints with Jesse 2.0 filament. And they all came out really good. I haven't seen any ovality issues or anything like that. Or any, MMU2, if it's even a little inconsistent, you're usually not going to be very successful. But I didn't have to mess with it at all. I just started up and let it go. So I'm pretty happy with that filament. Do you guys know, do you remember does Printed Solid bring a lot of stuff for sale to Murph? I know that's kind of a long way for them.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
Okay. So I was thinking, if I'm going to bring some printers, I was thinking, well, I should really bring some spare parts, because they're 3D printers and something's going to break when I get there. But if Dave's got the parts covered, then I'll just.
Yeah, I mean, unless plans have changed, but I mean, last year they had that whole far corner.
Right. So that'll be good. Hopefully, in a room of 3D printers, I can source something from someone.
Yeah, almost always you'll find what you need from somebody.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like going to a car swap meeting, needing a car part. Chances are somebody's got one.
Now I feel left out. I'm not working on nothing except playing with green screen.
Well, that's all right. At least you're doing something. At least you're keeping yourself entertained.
Keeping myself entertained. I got some nerds I can eat. I will tell you guys, after 3 months of having almost zero sugar, having sugar was a rush.
I'll bet it was.
I had 2 chocolate chip cookies the other day, and they were almost too sweet to eat.
I stopped drinking soda years ago, and I went back, I don't know how long ago it was, but it was so sweet I couldn't drink it. I don't know how I ever drank it before.
Yeah. It's difficult.
Orange Jesse is retina burning bright. It certainly is. I posted here he is. I posted the picture of my blazing orange Jesse print. He is definitely bright.
Dang, that is pretty bright.
Yeah. Seems like so much happened this week, but now I can't think of any of it. So
Well, I spent the majority of the week trying to find my wife a car because we gave my daughter her car. So we got my daughter a car.
All right.
Hold on. Clint asked me a question. And no, Clint, I have not opened the bag. It is right here, buddy. I have not tasted it yet. I had to do without sugar. And I don't want to open these until I can eat them. So I don't know what the ingredients are, but I'm pretty sure sugar is one of them because I don't see anywhere where it says sugar free. It says gelatin free, but I'm not on a gelatin free diet. So no, I have not. There you go, Sean. That's right. This is my Stargate behind me. You see it's finished. So stop asking.
Ready to use.
Yeah, I'm going to turn around and step through it here in just a minute.
So have we all seen Lego Masters? Walter, did you watch it?
I did the first episode. I guess it was the first episode the other night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I did see that. I saw Amy Double D on there.
I said it was really hard to go in and watch it non-biased. You know, like immediately I'm like, I didn't want anybody else to win.
Well, I kind of felt the same way. I was definitely watching it. I wouldn't be watching it if she wasn't on it. That's for sure. That's just because I probably wouldn't know about it. But I don't know. After watching the first episode, I'm hoping that the show as a whole gets better. Because if she wasn't on it, I don't think I'd continue watching it. It just really wasn't doing anything for me.
Well, it's how reality TV is. That's what I wanted to ask her too. I wanted to ask her if like the drama portion of it, do they add that in? You know, like the guys that built the I don't want to spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen it, but you know, the two guys that built that one really spectacular thing that didn't work.
Right.
Did it really not work?
Right.
Because I tested it like a billion times and it worked fine.
Right.
So
I don't know. And I also think that they didn't spend enough time looking at Amy and what is her name? I don't think they looked at her design long enough.
They did that with several of them though. They skipped over several of them. Like my wife's like, well, what did they do? Why did they not show theirs like they did the other people's?
Yeah.
You know, and I know they have to cut it for length
time
or whatever.
and content, right?
But I could have done without some of the stupid jokes from the host and seen more of their content.
Hey, you don't be talking bad about Will Arnett.
Listen here.
Lego Batman's funny.
Will Arnett can go play with Lego Batman. Just because he plays a good Lego Batman doesn't mean he'll be a good TV show host.
That guy cracks me up.
And he is funny, but yeah, I wish they would have gotten to each person's equally.
Yeah. Well, and maybe over the course of the whole season, everybody will get equal airtime.
Yeah, and I'm sure they will
per episode. But
my thing is the first season's over with already, right?
Well, it's already been filmed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's done already.
Right.
So Amy's already done with it. She just can't say anything about it.
Right. Amy already knows who won. Right.
So here's the thing: if she comes to Murph, it's still not going to be over yet.
Right.
Well, so everybody's going to be like, "Come on, let us know."
Yeah, I've often thought the same thing about these types of shows. It's got to be killing her not to say something about it.
Well, and not only that,
the 3 months of filming and not getting to say anything about it, like hey, look at what I'm doing. Like
not only that, the prize is what, $100,000.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of hard to hide an influx of $100,000 into your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe you don't get the $100,000 until the show is done airing.
And that may be the case, but
yeah, that might make it a little easier to shut your mouth.
Yeah, because if you open your mouth, you don't get it.
All right, I'm gonna try this candy Clint sent me. All right, Clint, where is this from? And it's called Skull Crit, KRIDT. I don't know how you say it or whatever, but this is what it's called.
Yeah, that looks.
He sent this to me a few months ago.
It looks maybe Swedish or Norwegian.
I'm pretty sure it's Swedish, but it looks like Well, it depends. If you were a smoker, it looks like a white cigarette butt that's been crushed out. And if not, then it looks like an old piece of chalk from a chalkboard that was just kind of laying up.
Let's hope it's neither of those two.
Right. Yeah, it's Swedish. So, all right. So here we go. I'm going to try this out.
It's sweet.
Is it like Turkish delight?
No, let me say it. Oh, it is what I thought it was.
Piece of chalk?
No.
Cigarette butt?
No. It is. At first, it's crunchy. The outside is basically just a sugar shell, but the inside
It's fire
not
ants.
quite, but it's got enough anise in it that it tastes like black licorice. But I will tell you that it's not quite pure black licorice, though. I don't know what's in it, but it's not as bad because I don't like black licorice at all. But just with that little bit of anise flavor, it's not bad with the sugar. So I'm gonna eat one more and ruin my diet for the day.
I like that Glenn went to fire ants.
There was something else that came to my head first, but I thought it was a little too grotesque to spout out on here. So
Fire ants.
So I went to fire ants.
You guys crack me up.
I will say this: the second piece was not as good as the first one.
Clint said, "Don't eat too many. Maybe it
Yeah.
causes like diarrhea or something."
Yeah, no, it. I'm telling you, it's black licorice wrapped in sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife will like it because she loves black licorice.
All right. I'm gonna mute my mic again so I can run the heat gun.
Okay, so Clint, I will bring these over to my house and tell my wife to eat these. But I did try them. There you go, fecal brown candy. No, it's not that. It's not quite that bad. But it is. Yeah, it's interesting. Matter of fact, I'm going to open this box of Nerds that came with my TH3D order and get this taste out of my mouth. Open the other bag. Hold on. I got to find them. There's two other bags up here. Let me look and see what these are. Okay. So now, instead of the Nerds, I'll do these first. Cola Flascor. So I'm assuming that these are a cola flavored gummy worm because they feel soft. But that's what they look like in the bag that Clint sent me. So I'm going to open these now and try these since he wants Cola Flascor. I don't know how to say that in Swedish, but that's what it looks like. All right. Yeah, and they look like a bottle of cola, but it's
I set off the smoke detector.
I hear.
I was
But
like, what is that?
It says Malaco. So let's see. The bag is green screening? Yeah, it is. How about that? That's pretty cool.
My wife just popped around the corner and she said, "Is that a bingo square?" Setting up the smoke detector. I said, "It should be." Guess that's what happens when you make old PETG get really hot.
Well, I have to tell you, Clint, that one tastes better because it tasted like a Coca Cola gummy bear. That's pretty much exactly what that tasted like. All right, now these are called. I'm gonna let y'all try that. See if y'all can say that. Glenn and
I'm gonna put you full screen.
I was gonna say I can't even see it.
The young.
I'm just gonna give that a nope.
Young draw.
I'm gonna give it a nope right along with Chris, but it is a jungle vrawl. I would assume
The young ball. It looks like something you buy.
jungle vrawl, something like that. So let's see what we got here. All right, now these look like chalky chocolate. I guess they're supposed to be shaped like monkeys, but they're covered in a white, like a, you know how they do the molds with candy and they put the cornstarch in it? It's like they didn't wash the There you go. Jungle roll. Anyway, they didn't wash the cornstarch off it. Like
The jungle scream.
oh wow. Oh. What the hell, Clint? Ah.
There's
What
the
in the
scream.
crap was that? Oh, I need another Coca Cola gummy worm.
Why are you even bothering with 3D printing content? You could just do this.
Oh.
People send you candy, you try it.
Oh, that was nasty.
That's funny.
Dude. Clint, that was like eating a salt block. What in the heck is that? Oh, Clint said that's why you scream. That is, dude, I'm giving that to my wife. That is so nasty. Oh, I got to try another one.
Well, dude, you just said that. You said, I'm going to give that to my wife. And Priscilla goes, that's awful.
Hold on. Hey, and on a lighter note, Chris said it, but I told them guys beforehand, I am going to start making content that doesn't fall in line with 3D printing. And some of it may be eating some stupid crap like I'm eating on this thing. I don't know what this is.
Hey, everybody, I'm Walter. Welcome to Jack.
Boom, 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 boom. Wait, I got to do it again, though, because, dude, that was awful.
What's that? It reminds me of that the Geico commercial with the.
I'm getting ready to say the same thing.
You got to try this. It's terrible. Well, I don't want to try it if it's terrible.
If it's bad, you got to get your hair. That's what you do.
All right. I sucked all the salt off of it. But the inside of it doesn't taste any better.
Yeah, man. And people watch this stream.
That's just nasty.
This has to be an ongoing thing now. Everybody has to find like really awful candies and stuff and send them to Walter.
Oh, dear God.
Oh my God, it's hot in here. I'm going to have to turn the fan on.
3D print mama says tastes like mango and burnt hair. I don't know.
Mango.
Oh yeah, mango. That's
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not eating that. I'm not eating that rotten fish stuff.
mango and burnt hair. I was thinking it was apricot.
The surströmming or whatever. I'm not eating that rotten fish stuff, dude.
Oh my gosh, it's cracking me up. Yeah, have you guys ever been to World of Coca Cola in Atlanta?
Mm-mm.
When you go through the tour, like part of admission is there's a room that has all these different Coca Cola brand drinks from around the world, and you can try them. You can have as much as you want, and there are some terrible drinks. So every time that I would go there with somebody who'd never been there, I'm like, oh, you have to try this one.
I think I'm gonna set up a camera and let Regina try these.
Walter's new hidden camera show.
It's not gonna be hidden. It's gonna be sitting right in front of her.
I'm pretty sure that's how Jackass got started.
I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I'm gonna eat some nerd. Man, I'm killing myself with sugar today. Woo.
Man, I really need to heat this thing up more to get all the rest of the parts out of it. And now I'm afraid to because it's going to set off the smoke detector. I should have just ordered a new one, but I'm really trying to get in the habit of not just throwing stuff away because it's dirty.
Sean Gould, I'm actually going to merge Country Living and Country 3D. I'm not going to have Country Living channel anymore. I can't even keep up with one channel, much less two. Man, it's just great eating pure sugar.
Mainly after not having any for a while.
Oh, yeah, and like the cookies, it's almost too sweet.
I'm gonna spend 2 hours making 2 sets of connectors here. I can feel it.
Well, you got an hour and 10 minutes to be done with it.
All right. I'll try to beat that clock.
All right, that's enough. That's enough candy for today. Ooh, Lord have mercy.
Somebody should invent a material that has heat properties like aluminum, but that filament doesn't stick to.
I really hope Regina's not watching this show so that I can sneak these in on her.
I'm sure she doesn't watch your stuff. Priscilla's downstairs texting her right now to tell her.
Yeah, I bet she is. Don't eat that. He said it was terrible.
Thanks, Priscilla. He's gonna give you something that tastes like mango and burnt hair.
Dude, I don't even think so. I think mango and burnt hair would taste better than that. No, 3D Jimmy, I am not. I'm hit that wall. So starting tomorrow, I am starting my diet over again. Not quite as hard, but I really do want to hit 200 pounds. So I'm gonna kick it tomorrow for sure. Do another 3 months worth of absolutely zero sugar, because I have gone off of that. I've ate pizza and hamburgers and some other things, but yeah, I'm gonna get completely off of that again and do it again. So I'm at this morning I stepped on the scale at 212, so that's about where I've been hanging at. Mango chutney and burnt hair. Yeah, no, I think mango chutney and burnt hair would be better. Chris, you want me to send you some?
No, I'm all right.
I'll put them in a Ziploc. Send them to you.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, Andrew, I actually have a bag of stevia over there too, and you're right. I mean, you have to be careful with stevia because it will over-sweeten stuff really quickly. Glenn's really focused.
Yeah, there's like 4 different printers I really should go fix.
So,
go ahead.
Sorry. I was just going to ask, how much time do I have to spend on this before I can just say it's not worth cleaning up and just order a new one?
Less time than what you've already spent.
Yeah, I mean, this thing is so gummed up. I don't think that I'm ever going to get it cleaned out. And I mean, printed solid ships so quickly.
I was going to say that threshold for me is roughly 5 minutes.
Shane says he's got a spare hottie in.
Well, bring it on over. I don't want to take all your parts, Shane. I mean, it's not like it's not a big dollar item. It's just, I mean, even once I get all this crap off the outside, I'm not even sure I'll be able to get it all out of the threads and stuff. And then it's always fun to have to work with a 400-degree aluminum block. I mean, look at that! Look at that chunk of crap I just pulled off there. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Put it in front of my shiny head.
Yeah.
I want to move my hot end fan to my second extruder plug, but that means I got to flash the firmware. I'm not very good at firmware.
Ha, 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 ha.
Well,
I know a guy that you could talk to.
I'd have to find the right copy of it and then spend 30 minutes wondering why I did that.
Right.
Why is that way? Oh.
Well, I have been working on an Android application for the last few days, and I get it to work in one configuration and can't get it to work in another. So I set it down for a couple of days, and I came back and I looked at it and go, "Why did you do that?
Oh yeah.
Just what were you thinking when you did that?"
Absolutely.
So
I
will tell you this. I got a an over the air. I don't know what you call it. It's a network TV receiver, I guess, like a TV capture card, I guess you would call it.
Uh-huh.
But you hook your antenna up to it, and then any TV that's network enabled on your network can now get your local TV channels, so you don't have to like run wires all over your house from antennas. And that's pretty cool. Yeah, TV tuner. It actually works really well. I'm very happy with that.
That's cool.
I'd never even looked into them before, and then I started looking, and they were really expensive. Then I found one for like $48. I'm like, that can't work, but it did. It worked really well. So we have pretty much cut the cord completely, except for having internet, and that's it. And even that's cordless. That's wireless. So. Yeah, the HD home run. Yeah, I got the small one though. I didn't get the $200 one. I got it says it'll only do SD, but it's throwing out 1080i videos, so I don't know why they say that on their website. Got the HD Home Run Connect. Yes, Paul Cumber, it is the 14th, is Valentine's Day.
It sure is.
So what are your plans for Valentine's, guys?
Well, we don't typically go out on the 14th because everything is crowded and more expensive.
Right.
But our church does a fundraiser for the kids to go to camp every year called the Gala, which is like a really nice dinner, and the kids have to serve you and like they have to wait on you, which is really awesome. I finally get my kid to do something for me because he doesn't do it at home. He can hear me. But that's actually on the 15th this year, so kind of gets me out of having to make plans.
Yeah, no, I don't know what we're gonna do. I just got her a car day before yesterday, so happy Valentine's Day.
There you go. I don't believe we will be doing anything.
Oh, I thought y'all were coming to Disney World.
Yeah. No?
You're gonna sit down with her and have an all day Disney movie fest.
One more time, what'd you say?
I said you're gonna sit down with her and have an all day Disney movie marathon.
Yeah. That's like what my nightmares are made of.
Oh, Steven, she liked the Chrysler 200, man. So that's what we got. It's a little sportier than I wanted her to have, but that's what she wanted. So
They still make Chryslers?
dude, that V6 in that thing, oh dear God. I went to pass somebody today. I was coming back from working on the lady's Wi-Fi over there, and I went to pass a vehicle. Yeah, you can't just stomp the gas in that thing. The front end turned loose, and I was already doing 55.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. The get up and go that thing's got. Yeah, Andrew, I used to be the same. What are you talking about, Tony Ryan? Fancy post. That's a picture of mine in the background. It's finished. It's done. Nope. I hadn't seen that light speed. I did see that y'all know this guy, what's his name? Design Prototype Test.
I don't know who you're talking about.
He has another channel. And it's not about 3D printing.
Huh.
And I actually watched those videos because I was thinking about doing what he's doing on that channel, and it's like, okay.
That's a lot of YouTubing.
He said, Andrew said, do not speak that name. And Steven said, yeah, it's about an RV. It is about an RV. He's redoing a 1976 GMC RV.
I always liked those.
The thing is, it's the only RV that, and I watched some other videos on them. It's the only RV ever designed from the ground up to be an RV.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it has a lot of features that our other RVs just don't have. And it's actually a pretty good one. So
Did they make it in Goshen, Indiana?
I doubt it.
I don't think that one was, no.
Motorhead Mitch is pretty much done with that, ain't he? I think that's what he said on his Twitters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Whew, heat guns are hot.
Only on one end of them.
Yeah, that end. Whew. That end's angry.
Hey, it's a good thing Bill Engvall ain't here. He'd be giving you a sign.
Somebody said they were sorry that I had burns on my fingers in one of my videos the other day.
Yeah.
They hoped my burns healed up. And I was like, I don't even know how many. I mean, my hands are so burned. And it's because I'm in a hurry, right? I mean, it's just another day now. You know, you get burned. Oh yeah, that's hot. Whatever, and you just keep going. But I got burned on filament, liquid filament that was 290C. Yeah. And I've never actually been burned with filament before. But let me tell you, when that stuff drips on your skin, like it hit me right there. You can see the burn. But when it drips on your skin, it instantly turns solid. And you really don't want to peel it off.
No, like you fused into your skin.
It hurts real bad. So that was a new experience for me. So, hey, live and learn.
I've had melted nylon before just dripped on me, and it's probably the same.
Yep, I would guess so.
Not nylon filament, nylon rope.
Yeah, from a rope. Yep.
It's still nylon.
Yep.
Yeah, Tony, Ryan, but hot glue cools very quickly. It does.
Like wax.
But 290 degrees C filament is a different level.
Yeah, it's warm. Hot glue's fun because you're just going along. Oh, it's hot glue. It's not that hot. And then it's permanently fused to your finger. And then you realize you're getting burned. Like, right. Oh, now it's hot.
Yeah, you know, it dropped solder straight off the iron. Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, I've told that story a million times. I dropped a soldering iron on my foot once. That was terrible.
Oh, no, he said he dropped solder straight off the iron onto his finger when he was a teenager. Yeah. And it sticks to you.
Mm-hmm. I was like,
and everybody who's a welder that watches our shows going, y'all wussies.
I was just getting to say that. I like getting the sparks in my shoelace.
Overhead and the slag drops, but like the top of the helmet. Yeah, now I have a helmet that goes way back.
Thunder 911 says, "What's Chris working on? This thing called a 3D printer."
It's log.
That's log.
Yeah, I'm doing some much needed wire management cleanup on this printer. It's still going to look terrible, but not as terrible as it did before it started.
Oh yeah, Chris Llama reminded me. Dave's here. You can ask him about parts at Murph now.
Oh, Dave, yeah. No, I was just asking Dave if you were going to bring all kinds of different parts because I might need to buy some from you if I break things on the way there.
I hear you, John. You betcha. I've had some myself when I worked at the boiler factory and we do final assembly, man. I didn't weld good, but I welded. And yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that thermistor out of there. So,
Mitch, I still am not sure if I'm even coming to Murph this year, man. We are. My daughter and them that are moving to Alaska are coming the middle of March, and we are supposed to go do something with them. And you can't take but so many trips a year on a limited amount of money. So I'm not sure Murph is going to be in the cards for me this year. I'm going to try, but I'm not 100% sure I can. Yeah, Clint said, how many times have you taken log apart and put it back together?
I'm not really quite sure if it was ever actually all together. Maybe like 98% together at some point, but hundreds and hundreds. I have taken it apart and put it back together more times than I have done prints on it.
Dave said he's bringing all new products to launch at Murph. He said he'll bring some, but not a lot.
Okay. And I might just have to, it really doesn't matter one way or the other. I was thinking about bringing some replacement parts. So I've got the machines that I'm bringing, there's a couple of things about them that I have in question. So I thought, well, I could just buy, an extruder or whatever while I was there. But now I might, if that's the case, I might just bring stuff with me.
Got quiet. I need a video of me on the Stargate like the Austin Powers time machine. Yeah, I bet. It was more time than money. Still working on planning motor. I hear you. Well, and I really want to try to make Earth again this year. I'm not sure about that one either, but I really want to try to make it. I'd like to go to Murph this year. It just falls at the wrong time of the year for me this year. Earth is going to be a better fit for my schedule and stuff this year.
Do we have a date for Earth 2020 yet?
Not yet. I don't think it's out there yet. But and that it really depends on their dates as well, because it's junior senior prom and it's the last two. So if it's those weekends, I won't be able to go then either. So Murph actually works out time wise. It's a great time for me to go. I just don't know that I'll have the money to go. And if you don't get a hotel now, you're staying at No Name Inn 30 miles away.
Yeah, I would guess the things are probably starting to get pretty booked.
Yeah. And I thought about booking it because you can pay when you check out, so
right.
I thought about that. A camper. Yeah, I wish I had a camper. They're thinking same time as last year. Same time of year as last year for Earth, Dave says.
Cool. I did like it that they spread it out. They moved it to October, so we kind of have a 6-month rest. That's pretty nice of them.
I will, Mitch. I'll definitely do that, buddy. Because driving up there gas-wise, that's not the biggest issue. Food's not that big of an issue. I mean, I can subsist on 2 cheeseburgers a day, and they're 89 cents. I don't have an issue with that. Water's to drink. So, I mean, gas I can handle. It just, all the other fees associated with travel.
Traveling's just plain expensive.
It is. It is. Not only that, my wife wants to go to Alaska sometime in the middle of the summer. And once the kids get up there, and, that's another expensive trip. I know what it is. I just need to make more money. That's what it is.
Me too.
I just need to tell my bosses, look, pay me more.
Right. I need to make more money, but I don't want to spend more time doing work.
No, I want to do less work and make more money.
Sounds like a winner to me.
How about we just do no work and make money?
Excellent.
That would be good. I did spend $3 a couple weeks ago and tried to win the Powerball. It didn't work, but it was 240 million or something like that. So I bought one ticket.
Yeah, but it's just 240 million. What are you going to do with that? I mean,
right. Well, I'm not spending $3 when it's only 60 million.
Well, exactly.
what? I mean, I could. What am I going to do with $60 million? I mean, really?
Yeah,
Come on,
well,
I need at least 3 or 4 times that.
240 million is just enough to get you in trouble.
That's just enough to get me by. 241, I'm getting in trouble. 240, I'm getting by. Dave said, somebody tell my boss I need more money.
All right, Dave, you need more money, man.
Walter's new job, YouTube nasty candy taste tester. Hey, listen here. If it paid what I made now, I would be tasting some nasty candy every day. Unless it's this, because this was really nasty. This was some nasty stuff,
but not this one.
Not that nasty.
Yeah, it can be nasty, but not this nasty.
Do not send me candied smoked mullet or something.
Smoked mullet.
Do you know what mullet is, Chris?
I do.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Which, don't get me wrong, I love smoked mullet. I love smoked mullet dip. I love mullet in any way, shape, or form. My dad was a mullet fisherman when I was growing up.
But I could just see like a gummy flavored mullet.
There you go. Right. Yeah. Candy. Oh.
Haribo mullets.
Haribo mullet. Oh.
That'd be so bad.
Oh, couldn't you just see though? It'd be like one of those Birdie every flavor beans from Harry Potter or whatever. Doing a bag of gummies like that and having like smoked mullet and other flavors in there.
Like that, like the Jelly Belly Bean Boozled game where
whatever. Yeah. We still got that. Sean Butler knows nothing of mullet. He said it's bait, nothing more, nothing less. It's a staple where I'm from, buddy. Oh, man, some good old Red Row. Oh, good Lord of mercy.
So I melted PETG into my bench top.
Jimmy,
Hey,
go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to tell you guys about this. I don't know who all got one. I don't do resin prints, but I got a slap mat from Wham Bam.
Yeah.
They are great for cleaning nozzles.
Really?
Yeah. So I torch everything, and so I have this constant hot drip of whatever might be on the nozzle or the heat block. It'll catch it, and it doesn't burn it, and I can just scrape it off. So even if you don't do SLA, silicone mat is nice to have.
Sean Butler said he lives in the center of the annual Mullet Festival. Are you from there, Sean, originally? I mean, that's kind of weird that you live where the Mullet Festival is and you think it's just bait. They had an oyster festival here this past Saturday. I didn't go.
Not an oyster person?
Well, no, I love oysters.
Oh.
I like to sit on the back of the boat and eat oysters. I could eat oysters half the day. But they were, and don't get me wrong, I support all the guys that were there. It's just it was a place to go to eat farm raised oysters, and yesterday wasn't the day for that, because they've started doing this oyster farming where they lease part of the bay and start farming oysters out there. So.
I probably shouldn't alter parts in Fusion 360 while I'm trying to do a stream, should I?
Yeah. Well,
Probably not the most entertaining content in the world.
Robbie Mack, I'd be bummed about that too, buddy. We're having shrimp and scallop and grits tonight for supper. All right, let me rephrase that. We're having shrimp and scallop and cheese grits tonight for supper.
Cheese grits.
Now I get a whole bunch of crap from the guys up north. Grits? What's grits? Gotta eat cream of wheat. You put shrimp on your cream of wheat if you want to.
Do they call in Florida? Do they call cream of wheat farina?
No, I don't know what the hell that is. What is that?
It's like farina is cream of wheat, as far as I know. But northeast, I believe they call it farina.
No. I mean, cream of wheat to me is like oatmeal that you put an immersion blender into.
Right.
Is Dave still in here with us?
I think Dave's still here.
I'm curious to know because Printed Solid has a couple different payment options, and I always do the Amazon Pay, but I'm curious to know which one hurts him the least amount.
That's a good question.
Because like obviously some processors gig you more than others.
3D Print Llama says Farina is a brand name of cream of wheat.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. I always wondered that and never knew the answer.
I probably told this story before, but when I was in the service, it was in South Georgia, right? So I'd never had cream of wheat in my life. Never heard of it, never seen it, nothing. So I'm going through the line and I get my eggs on there. They slap them on there and throw some potatoes on there. And then I get to the grits and they slap those on there. And I go down and I mix up my grits and eggs like I always do and go to scarf it down. And it was cream of wheat. That was nasty. Yeah. When you're expecting grits and eggs and you get cream of wheat, it's not good. What you laughing at? Oh, look. What's up?
On behalf of everyone there in the chat, and for the health and safety of your family, I decided to bring you a hot end so you can burn the house down.
Is this authentic, though? I mean, is this an official, authentic? It looks like a Chinese knockoff.
Bye, all. Have a good one.
I'll give you the pre-warmed share.
Oh,
You on a mic?
if you want.
Yeah, Jay Griffiths, they are. They are pretty easy to catch. Andrew asks, what is cream of wheat? It's nastiness is what that is. It's a type of, I guess, breakfast
That's good.
cereal type something.
Hot cereal, I guess.
I guess like oatmeal, but smoother and creamier.
Yep.
David said the best payment is large wads of cash wrapped with a rubber band.
Well, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
They told me to stop sending that through the mail.
Right?
So that
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because there, now you're live.
Hey, all.
What's up, Shane?
You can
Nothing
scoot
much.
this way so you're not sitting behind.
Well, I don't know, man. The smell and everything here.
Oh, my God, yeah.
I was watching it on driving it up here and everything else. I'm like, yep, he's going to burn everything down.
Look how bad it was. I mean, like, I took off chunks.
I told you an hour ago. I'm like, I can just bring you up one. It's
I
no
know,
problem.
I didn't think you were being serious. This is already, like, pre-assembled.
Well,
right?
I don't know. Since I don't like to talk to you, I don't invite you to things.
I know you don't.
I know. I just don't. I don't even know
Exclude me
why
out
I'm
of all the
here.
fun stuff.
I know.
You are correct, old man engineering. You are correct.
Oh, I didn't bring my glasses.
Nothing wrong with semolina. It's a good flour to make spaghetti out of.
Oh, that's perfect.
What's perfect?
I didn't bring my reading glasses since I'm getting old, and Glenn just made the chat a lot bigger so I can see it.
I punched in, make it Walter size.
Yeah,
Oh, I got you.
make it senior citizen size. Yeah, so you don't have to. It's a 12-volt system, so you're all set.
I appreciate it.
No worries.
So, Shane, you're coming to Murph, right?
It's still up in the air. I was listening to the show on the way over, and if I go, it'll be work related. So
Oh,
I told the guys at Earth last year that I'll give them a hand, setting up and organizing. So that's like my one personal show that I'll go to this year for sure. And then I'll probably definitely hit the local Florida shows. They need some haggis. I would actually, you know what? You send haggis, I'll eat it on camera.
I hear you. I
I
will
would
too.
love to try some.
What's that?
I would love to try some.
I've had haggis before. I would eat it.
There was one thing I had in the check. It was almost like a mushy sausage in a casing, and I took one bite, and I don't know if it was bad or whatever, but it didn't stay long.
Can't send haggis to the U.S.
Boo. We just have to find some local Scottish store stateside and see if they can send it. Are you trying to recover that?
Well, yeah,
Paul.
I put a connector on it so that I don't have to undo the whole entire harness every time.
Paul Cumber, I'll eat frog bake any day of the week, buddy. All right, I'll be right back.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
So we were talking a couple of weeks ago. I was trying to get a hold of IC3D.
Right.
And I did get a hold of them. And I had sent him an email. And I'm like, hey, you guys still take spools? You know, empty spools? You want them back? He's like, oh, yeah, we use them around the shop, whatever. I'm like, cool. And he never sent me an email back after he received them. But I don't think he knew what he was in for.
Sure, it'll take a few hundred.
Let's just say, I think it costs like $50 to ship. I don't know. He'll next time I ask, he probably won't want any more spools.
Well, I mean, it would be crazy to not take them back and use them.
Absolutely.
You know, like I as a consumer, if I ordered a roll of filament and it came in on a spool that I could tell had been used, I wouldn't care as long as the filament was good. I would feel better about it knowing that it didn't end up in a trash can somewhere.
I feel very privileged. I'm watching a master at work here.
Watching me rig my printer.
I'm watching you just make.
Are you watching Chris?
Hmm?
Are
Oh,
you watching Chris?
well, I had to say something nice since I just walked into the show and everything else.
How'd you know I was home?
Oh, gee, I don't know. I was sitting there, I was watching it, and you were just like digging and digging and digging. I'm like, you know, I should have.
That's because
Bring it over.
people give me a really hard time if I don't do something on stream.
Yes, but
You know, I don't
when you set off the smoke alarms in your house, okay, that's a sign.
That was pretty fun.
That was like, to me, that was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go over there and bring it by. Oh, by the way, no one delivers faster than me to your house. Okay, I heard the little comment, how fast can some other companies make it? I got them all beat.
I don't think I got an answer from Dave on what credit card processing was better. So, Dave, I don't know if you didn't hear it or if I missed the answer, but out of all the credit card processing that you take on the website, which one gives you the least? Which one is the better option for me to choose?
Hey, Knack. What was it? Usually American Express charges the seller the highest.
I thought American Express charged the card holder.
I'm not
No,
sure.
I don't remember.
Diners Club?
Telly Savalas?
Yeah. Oh no, half the people are like, who's that? When I was doing the big charity stream, I'm like, yes, we're gonna do the Brady Bunch. A few of the people are like, who the hell the Brady Bunch? I'm like, I hate everyone.
You have to say heck. Who
Heck.
the heck is
Sorry. Apologies. Yeah. For 24 hours, I didn't curse at all.
Well, that's amazing.
I know. It was absolutely amazing. There was a set rules, and it was all made for me. So no swearing, no drinking, no smoking. I'm like, really? I'm the one who's going to be on the longest. That's why we wrote them.
Check credit card on Shopify, then PayPal, then Amazon, then Apple Pay. Okay. That's good to know, Dave. I will definitely... That's in order. Like direct card on Shopify is the best one, right? That's because I normally Amazon Pay it, but all this stuff should be all right. And then I don't want to rewire it in.
Yeah, whatever you got to do.
Put that in the right way. Oh, that's all right.
Actually, it goes on here, so the wire goes towards the back. So you want to make sure it feeds.
Goes this way. So it goes this way. So I get for taking it apart and not looking at it first.
Yes, but you have 3 monitors here. You can just easily go online.
Why, is there a picture of it out there somewhere?
Somewhere, I think so. Some site begins with a P, some check company, I think it is.
Check company?
Yeah.
Paychecks?
Oh, PayPal.
Jay Griffiths, you could have chicken a la king, buddy. The other was all right. How well do resin prints hold up to heat? Anybody know? Thinking of printing the wind mouth on the Mars, Tony Ryan says.
I just love when people say windmill.
Yeah.
There's different types of resin with different properties, and for the most part, you can mix them as well, so you can change the properties of some resin. So it really depends on like what's your base coat. You could use without sounding like a company plug. You could use say Sierra Tech Blue, or a little bit of Tenacious mixed in with their regular fast resin, and you'll strengthen it up a little bit. Or you can print straight out with blue.
I like to throw a handful of chopped up carbon fiber into my resin.
Steven the Lightspeed, yes, I still am working for them. Oh, we forgot the obvious. Print this out. What do you really?
Like this or the other way?
Glenn Randall Jensen said the check is in the mail.
Then why did you have me put that?
Because I had you put it in so the wire is fed backwards that way. Look, pop it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I said to point the wires back that way.
Yeah.
But you can put them on that. You should put them on this side.
That's where I had it. And then you were like, "Nah, the wire's got to go back that way."
Well,
Just push him out of the way, Glenn. It's
I
not like
don't-
you work for support.
I know. Why?
So do you, Shane, take the Glenn to be your law?
Family friendly. That's all right. You're just jealous because I can't make instant delivery runs to you during.
No, I
stream.
just thought y'all were redoing fixing to renew your vows. It sounded like an old married couple.
Well, see, what you guys don't realize is now I know that Shane will bring me stuff. So every week I'm gonna be like, "Man,
That's
Right?
my stepper motors are broken."
And then I'm gonna be like, "Up, sorry, no motors."
I'm gonna be like, "Hey Shane, my Piopoli Moai, it quit working over here. Can you come fix it?
You don't have one.
Just bring me a new one.
You don't have one.
I'll trade
know,
you
like-
my old one for the new one."
It might be easy if you just pop it
I
out.
couldn't get it out of there.
Give me a small screwdriver,
It
please.
takes a small screwdriver.
Yeah.
I just jerked it out of there before when it
No.
was the old crap you had in. I gotta turn the air down. It's getting hot in here.
It's all that hot air.
Yeah, we know who's.
And
We know where it's coming from.
That heat gun right there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's the heat gun. How did you?
Don't mess up my hot end.
Don't worry about it. I know a place that has them in stock 24 hours.
I can say Piopoli if I really want to, but I like saying Piopoli better.
No one can figure out the right way. I call it both, Piopoli or
Well,
Piopoli.
from the company, it's supposed to be Piopoli,
That's what I call it, Pio Poly.
but
Steven
it
the Light
depends on what comes out of my mouth on what day.
Show up to Walter's house unexpectedly. You might meet a shotgun. No, I'm gonna run into a few gators walking, up to his driveway.
Well, Walter is a gator.
That's right.
I know comment.
See?
Here we go. Shane, teach him how to fish. Don't just feed him. Yes, but see, there's only limited time left of the show.
Later, Freddie. Robbie Mack says he calls it Peeply.
Peeply? What?
Chris, you ain't fixed that printer yet?
I got everything on it fixed. Well, I got it rewired, but the whole point was, so long story, but I switched over to an SKR board, but I wanted to create a different box for it, a different case. And I never got around to recreating the door. I just created the box and put it on there, and then it hasn't had a door on it since.
Right.
So I redid the door this morning and printed it out, and I was going to put it on there today, but it's 10 millimeters off. So yeah, now I got to go print another one. So that's where I stopped.
Stephen the Lightspeed. Shane, from a support standpoint, do you have as much support for Pio Poly? Is it way less than Prusa? It's less because of just if you're talking about sheer volume, because of the number of customers between Pio Poly and Prusa. The work as far as the exact answers for problems and everything else can be a little bit more than more for a Phenom or a Moai rather than a Prusa machine. Just because there's a lot more parts in a resin printer than an FDM, and I'm good with resin printers, but I'm more familiar. I will always be more familiar with FDM printers. So,
Betty Boop, thank you.
how many crossovers there? As far as crossovers, like I have no idea. That would be for employees. I don't know.
No, he's talking about how many Prusa guys have the
Regular customers. I see. Okay.
Well, I mean, there's a high likelihood that they have them.
Well, when you think about it, last year, it was all about the regular standard size or the new standard size for resin printers that came out last year, and the Elegoo definitely took the market with that one, just with its price points and everything else. Now, I think this year, it will be more of the larger size or larger print volume resin-based printers. That's going to be the next step forward. And you already have, obviously, you have the Phenom, you have the Transform, and forget who was at CES showing one off. EPAX was the other one. So I think this year you'll see some interesting stuff.
Wow.
I'm just captivated. See, he'll sit there and say, I don't like him and everything else. There's not too many people get live support from a former employee who actually drove here with his own parts and everything else just to help him out.
You're just trying to make up for not inviting me to the stream.
No, it's not that I didn't invite you. I didn't want you there. Why would I invite someone I don't want?
That's really what I kind of figured.
Exactly.
All right, how did you do that with the screwdriver?
You have to wiggle it and then get it up underneath there, and then
Clause 61821 says, "Aha, there you are. Couldn't find last week's stream at all during the usual window. That's because we weren't on last week."
If you found one for last week, please let us know.
Please let us know. Carl Schumann's listening to wedding bells.
Well, do you have the grub screw in there? In the back?
Yeah, the screw. This.
Take this out. Oh no, it's already loose.
This one?
Yeah,
I loosened it, didn't I?
I'm not exactly sure how I got it in my feed, in the YouTube feed, but I got a couple of videos from another YouTuber, and I don't think their channels are very big, but they're 3D printing channels that have basement in the title.
Yeah.
So it started feeding me those channels.
Hi, I'm Chris Wiley. This is Chris W. Basement.
I was just praying that I could play one of their videos, and that's what it would be. I was really hoping that someone would just kind of try to spitball off of what I do. That would be so amazing. I would love it.
Call 61821. No, we were actually supposed to be on Glenn's channel last week, but Glenn had some things that came up, and we try to stick to the rotation. And not only that, it was Super Bowl Sunday. I know Chris is a big Kansas City fan.
Huge. So, did they win?
So not by much. he probably had a big party at his house, seeing as how he lives in Kansas City.
Absolutely. When's that coming up?
Yeah, right. So, but yeah, no, there were a couple things that happened last week that prevented the show from going on, and it is what it is. Fun in the country. I think next week is my week.
Yes. Fun
and it's really funny because it falls on Valentine's Day weekend, and I might have to make that same letter that Glenn made last week. I'm not sure yet. It depends on what my wife has me doing for Valentine's Day weekend. Oh. Go ahead, Shane.
No, I was gonna say, you know what? If it's gonna be your turn, let me know what projects you're working on. I'll bring a whole bunch of spare parts, and I'll drive within like a 10-mile radius of your house.
What I'm actually check it out. What I'm actually doing next week is I'm building from scratch a pure poly phenom. So I need all the parts brought here.
Yeah, sure.
Already assembled would be great.
It's not working. Ah, hell, I have to call up some.
Already assembled would be great.
Yeah, sure. Right, right away.
Yeah,
all over it. So, all right. So Walter's going to be doing the make believe phenom.
Yeah.
Chris will be working on his new talk show. From the basement's edge.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Also, I saw the post. I'm like, what did he do? It looks so different.
Well, after I tweeted that out, I got to thinking, and I was telling my wife how I was going to start a talk show, and she probably wasn't listening, but I do that a lot where I go into these really evolved scenarios, just planning it out. But then I got to thinking, man, if I got a desk and a couple of chairs, I think it'd be awesome.
But you need the Flopatron for your band.
Absolutely. I've always wanted one of those. So, I mean, that gives me an excuse to finally build it. So.
And then you can have the robot mixer, that robot that mixes the drinks and everything else. So your guests are all set. Be perfect.
Right. What was who had the talk show that had the robot sidekick? Who was that? There was like some
the YouTuber Danica. She did comic books and everything else, and she does a lot of Doom stuff now.
Yeah, I remember somebody had some sort of robot sidekick. Yeah. That would be amazing.
Yeah, she did a lot of sci-fi stuff and everything else.
Craig Ferguson.
Oh, was it Craig Ferguson that had the robot? I think it was.
Somebody posted that in the chat.
Nice. That would be awesome.
I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I just remember some talk show that he would spin things off the robot. Like, hey, what do you think about that robot? That's what I need.
Steven the Lightspeed, not sure. It could be you need to fine tune the leveling on your bed.
Wait. Is he asking like when he's like in chat with one of the support guys from Prusa? They just fall over?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
It's like talking to the crash. What was that? Oh, sorry, I fell over.
Well, no, it depends. If they were doing their company parties, yeah, you ain't gonna get anyone. No, honestly, I don't know. It depends on the bed. It could be an issue with the spot on the bed. You could move it. Could be an issue with the model. It could be several different other things.
I broke my logo. I should probably reprint that.
You broke your logo.
I like with Walter's background. He's looking up in the, up to the corner like he's expecting a bird to fly in or something.
Well, it's flying over and I don't want it to poop on me. So I got to pay attention to this crap.
Literally.
And the thing is, right here behind me is where the gators come up on shore, so I got to watch for them too.
I still love that photos that you posted with what was it? I think it was the gator eating the shark.
Was it? Yeah, that's right. That was right up the river here by the house. The thing is, I mean, it looked worse than what it was. It was about a 4-foot shark. So I mean, the shark wasn't very big.
You basically had a real life version of one of those really horrible sci-fi channel movies,
right?
Versus shark.
I think it was on Discovery. They had the Versus show.
Yeah.
And they would have some of like the most crazy, elephant versus cockroach.
And like you would never ever imagine in real life. Oh yeah, a gator and a shark fighting, but there it is, only in Florida.
Right. And that it happens. I mean, I've Just about stepped on a cottonmouth walking over here. So
I'm just waiting for you to say, what are you doing wrong?
Why? Do you see something I'm doing wrong?
Yeah. But
What am I doing wrong?
I'll just be quiet and wait.
Did I miss putting that wire in there?
Yeah, because usually it's supposed to go like that way, right? And then the wire bends, goes straight back that way.
Oh, the fan is supposed to be up like this?
Yeah.
I never put it like that from the factory.
Yeah, because it's called reading the instructions.
I don't read instructions.
That's obvious.
Who needs instructions to put a printer together?
The person who's struggling right now.
Sterling's fine. I've been printing with this thing for 3 years now, man.
Yeah, and it shows. How long did it take you to try to take this apart?
It was gummed up, man.
Excuses.
Look at it.
Look at it. Mm.
And it's not even like cheap PETG. It's good PETG.
From?
IC3D.
There you go. See?
y'all arguing so much, my background's trying to figure it out. We'll go back to these people's house. Maybe they got some food.
Go full maintenance on this thing.
Someone asked on Twitter yesterday. They were like, I've had my printer for a year and I haven't checked out. What should I do? I'm like, okay. I'm like, go to the manual, the handbook. It's in there as far as what you should be checking and everything else.
There's a handbook for this?
Yes, it's even online.
Wannabe FPV, reinstall it. It could have been a Windows update that blew it up, so reinstall it. Chris, you got some candy?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I wish.
that looks like a box of Benchies.
It's
That looks
just
like a
one of
shipping
many boxes.
container. Is that a shipping container?
Yes. A benchy shipping container.
Connex?
Has there been any not breaking news, but anything that's come out like, hey, check us out at Murph this year for any type of new printers, products, or anything else like that?
Well, Dave just told us that he's bringing all new products for launch at Murph.
Sweet. He was very helpful. I came in for it was last year. 'Cause this person brought down a printer from Kansas, and I was working on it, and I'm like, oh yeah, you need this and this, and he's like, I felt bad because he drove all this way and everything else, so I ran over to Dave and everything. I'm like, hey, by chance you have? He had everything. I think it would take me longer to try to figure out something that he didn't have there, as far as
Well, he said this year that he's not bringing as many parts. It's going to be more about new product.
Oh, his filament and everything else?
Or,
Nice. No, it wasn't this person. It wasn't. It was a very. I can't remember if he was a college student or a high school student, but I kind of felt bad for him because he made the long trip and everything else.
his name was Chris Riley. Couldn't fix his own printer.
It was me.
Did you already tell the infamous story last year from Murph trying to tackle a certain 3D printing person?
I don't know if I remember that story.
Yeah, you do.
Good.
My former boss. You were eating.
Oh yeah. I've told you
yeah.
a couple times. Dude, I have video. Like I was telling him that story at Orlando Maker Fair, and Xander was filming, and just
Wait,
as I get
is that
to
why he was asking me about restraining orders?
maybe
Okay.
like right as I get to the good part, he starts laughing. Xander turns off the camera. I'm like, I'm making this laugh, and you turn the camera off.
That's what you get for not increasing his allowance.
Yeah, I had a whole mouthful of taco. I about fell on him. That was a good time.
Ooh, I probably shouldn't have stacked that one. That one doesn't have very good adhesion on the bottom.
Have you run out of projects there, Chris?
Well, for this many minutes, yes.
Wait, how long did it take you to do that? It was
I
like
just did it
90
while I was
seconds ago. You were emptying it out, and all of a sudden there's a tower of benches. I think.
This is what I do while I wait for prints to complete. When I come down here and it's not quite done, I'll just start stacking benchies.
Chris, you said you were married, correct?
I am. Oh yeah.
Don't ever let your wife hear you say that. Really? You don't have anything to do? Oh, come here. Let me introduce you to a wonderful thing called laundry. This is how you do it.
She knows I don't have anything to do. My max is 18, but one of the guys from 3D Sweden meetup can do 22, so I'm trying to figure that out. The problem is when you get Jenga, it's really noisy. My hands aren't that steady. Gotta quit drinking so much coffee.
Wait, Walter, are you trying to tell us you're the chosen one now with the Star Wars backdrop?
No. Not even close. I'm changing it now so you can see more what's I've hit the limit of 10 backgrounds. They won't let me have no more.
There you go.
You need to swap that one for the one with the Mandalorian when they're in the desert and the Mando, the child, and the shock trooper like walking off in the distance.
No, I gotta add this one. No, I was actually just doing Tatooine. I wasn't even thinking about the Mandalorian. There you go. I'll sit in the front yard.
How's the new microphone working out for you?
Oh, it's fantastic, man. This is a Sennheiser, and I like it. It's a nice mic.
So that's 18.
Are you stacking benchies?
Yeah.
Are we gonna invent a new game? Benchy Jenga. Benchy Jenga. There you go.
Trying to get it to catch on.
I hear you.
20 just won't. Oh, you saw it here. 20. This is my new record right now.
20?
You guys breathe because it's getting ready to fall over.
Fuck you!
Careful, Walter. You do that, everything around you is going to fall over.
Whatever. Hey, man, they had a dadgum. You can look it up. WCTV.tv. Last week, they had a sinkhole come up in the middle of a trailer park.
I saw that. I thought about you the other day. I saw it on our news.
That's
like,
awful
oh,
when
man,
you see that and you
okay.
think about me, man. I don't live in a trailer park, except for the one of my own making.
I just heard Tallahassee and sinkhole. I didn't get the
Oh, yeah. No, it's actually on right. My wife drives right past that trailer park on her way to work.
I just always think about you when I'm watching live PD and they're in Bradford County.
Oh, yeah, but I don't live in Bradford County.
No, but it's so close to you.
Bradford?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's just to the east of you.
Okay,
I'm watching Master at work here.
should I go all in for 22 or just set one on top for 21?
Man, that's just
One
north.
at a time. You guys
That's
go
just
one
north of
at a time.
Gainesville.
22.
Yeah, you got to do them one at a time, man.
Well, I stack them on top of each other and then I stack them.
Well, just hope that YouTube saves this video.
Yeah, I know.
There's proof.
I watched your recap video. That really sucks. I didn't get the video.
Maybe that's the most infuriating thing. It may save it, it may not. But some people tried to use some of their connections because the only thing I just wanted them to do was see if it was possible to look on the back end service, see if there was a way to possibly try to locate it and pull it, but no way, it wasn't happening. So, but at least they were cool enough to try to, see if it was possible.
Yeah.
When you put this back on, just let me know so I can leave.
Why?
Just so I'm not in the blast zone.
The blast zone of what? That'll be fine. I gotta re-secure that. I can just put a little hot glue on there to hold that up out of the way so it doesn't go into the nozzle.
And to redo the, double check the pin to probe and all that.
Oh,
No, I like to just take a shot with it first and see if it eats into the bed, and then I'll.
The Walter way of doing
Right.
things.
how much is that?
love that way.
That's
So
22, baby. That's 22. Yeah, so whoever is at the Sweden meetup that can do 22 now can the Chris Riley also do 22.
okay, we beat him.
Right, you got to do 23, man.
Yeah, somebody's got to do 23 now.
Nope. Chris, do one more.
Hold on, let us make your screen bigger here.
Oh, now I got pressure.
Exactly.
Oh, there's no way.
Somebody do a drum roll on chat so the sound doesn't distract him.
Oh,
Oh, I wasn't even watching, but the sound was
No. It was close. Hey, you tied him.
I tied him.
You tied him.
The record is still at 22, though. I didn't think I'd get to 22, so.
Hey, Chris, I got a secret for you.
Glue 'em?
Just a drop of super glue as you're holding it in your hand. Make it stack really easy.
Oh well. We tried. 22. That's still the record.
You know what's sad? That you have 22 benches to stack to begin with.
I wish I just had 22 inches.
But what you could do, Chris, is put 22 and then another stack of 22 and another stack of 22.
I don't know if I'll ever be able to get 22 again. So.
I hear you.
Super glue is an accelerant.
Super glue accelerant.
That's when you sit there.
If it's set 23 on there and the whole tower falls over and it just like.
No, you just sit there, you stack them all up as high as you can go, and then you just walk around Murph or Earth or wherever, like, oh. Then it goes to fall over on someone. You go, ah.
Old Curmudgeon says he's never printed a Benchy. That's okay. Chris is printing them all for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry.
I went for a long time without printing a Benchy because it was like everybody was always like, "Oh, I printed this Benchy," and I thought that's so stupid. Why would I want to print one of those? And then I realized what it actually was, and then I met Daniel Noré, and then it was like, "Oh, I'm going to print all the Benchies."
Yeah, that's when it started to spiral out of control. I've always printed benchies, one or two here and there. Well, I haven't always. Like 2016, I started printing benchies. When I started working with a lot of PLA, actually. But then I met Daniel, and then it just, I had the benchies everywhere, printing them all the time. Wipe objects, 800%ers. That's when things get crazy.
I want to know if he still has the one that I gave him and made him take home.
Look, here's something you designed that you see a million times.
I popped it off the front of the FK1 at Murph last year, and I said, "Can I give this to you?" And he's like, okay.
He's like, I can't say no.
And I'm like, will you keep it? And he's like, wait, for what? And I'm like, came off the FK1, and he's like, okay. So then I was giving him a hard time. I'm like, you're not even going to keep it, are you? You're going to throw it away. So he took it home and put it in the snow and took a picture of it and taking it back to Sweden.
Yeah, people actually give me their benchies, and if you give me a benchie, you have to sign it for me, and then I give it. But I have not only my own benchies, but a lot of other people's benchies.
No, not G10 said I have. I got 3 Chris original benchies in my house. Only 3. He must not like you.
I do like you. That's why you only got 3.
Right. Yeah. No, when he don't like you, he uses them as packing material.
When I got that box from Chris with the coaster in it, and like I shook the box and I'm like, oh, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
That's a great video.
The thing about it is the IC3D guys, they got one spool in a box of benchies.
That's what costs so much to ship.
That's what costs so damn much to ship.
I love that video though, where you guys are opening the box with the coaster in it, because Xander cracks it open and just the look on his face, and then he's like,
nope.
Oh, you missed his face when I was coming up the stairs. He's like, no. I'm like, wait.
Well,
yeah,
that's
true, Carl.
since he was a baby. When he was a baby, we had a couple of smoke detectors in the house that were faulty,
Mhm.
and when one goes off, they all go off. And so when them things would go off, he would just freak out, and he always had these nightmares that the house would catch fire and it burns up all his toys.
I wonder why.
Well, that was like his childhood nightmare. So like when the smoke detectors go off, so it was just now when they went off, he's like, what?
And so you should.
How do I unplug the computer?
He doesn't even plug, just rips it straight out the wall and
Just
runs.
throws it out the window.
Be free.
David Randolph said we all need to switch over to Sir Layers a lot instead of benchies.
Well, because I was just about to ask. I mean, like, what everyone does a benching and everything, but what's like the next thing? What's the next? If you wanted to do a good benchmark print, besides.
Well, technically, you could pick anything that you wanted,
but
as long as you knew. But
right, but I'm talking about like a almost like an accepted standard.
Right. Yeah, because the benchy has the overhangs and the
Because I remember when what was it?
That's why I do tree frogs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, instead of benchies. Mine's the tree frog. Chris does benchies.
I don't print anything.
Yeah, I noticed.
That's because you have problems with hot ends.
It's because I was tired of tchotchkes laying around my house, so I quit printing everything.
Yeah,
See
believe
how
me.
nasty that is up underneath
Dude,
those printers and stuff?
I just left my finger mark there.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna before I leave. I'm just gonna put my name.
Yeah, I gotta strip all that. Did you see the FK1 desk? Isn't that nice?
Yeah. Well, what's missing from it?
Another guy to help me carry the FK1 upstairs.
Oh wow! Look at that. I gotta go. So, ladies and
Hey, what
gentlemen,
are you doing later?
it's 5:57 on the East Coast. I need to get out of here. Delivery service, not moving service.
Oh. You want to help?
Andy, this is Sir Layers a lot. This is the print in solid mascot that you can download and print.
Yeah, I have. Oh, he might be in the box of stuff that went to Orlando.
There's a Sir Kuntry Layers a lot too, Chris.
Is there?
Yes, there is. Chris did it, or Carl did it for me.
Nice.
It's on Thingiverse.
It's creepy.
It is creepy. Anytime I see my face printed, it's creepy, dude.
Not as awesome as the you sitting on the toilet print, though.
No, I'm gonna tell you right now, Robbie Mac hit that one out of the park, dude. I don't know that'll ever be surpassed. That was. It's on my bookshelf. When you walk in the house, you have to pass that. That's like people see that when they come in the house.
Do you like bump it every time you walk by?
No, but I have people who do bump it when they walk by. They're like, that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh man,
I think that was a year ago. Man,
2 hours.
Murph was like just yesterday. This year went really fast.
January took forever.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think January was ever going to end.
That's because you had like 3 calories that month.
Well, that, and, I mean, with car wrecks and speeding tickets and just all the crap going on, I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, it's about that time. 2 hours has gone down the drain, just like that.
All right.
Do I hear Grisilla in the background? Or was that Xander?
No, Xander.
No. Thought it might have been Chris's wife coming down to tell him, hey, get out of the basement.
Yeah.
Quit playing with your benchies.
We got laundry.
Put those.
Stream's over. Got to put all my toys away.
Right?
Oh.
We're going to start in the basement this time? Or we're going to start with Shane? We can start with Shane.
Yeah, let's start with Shane.
There you go.
You didn't actually have an intro, so now you can have an outro.
All right. Well, thank you for allowing me just to run into your show and interrupt
Well, you brought
everything.
gifts, so that was acceptable.
I bought it. Well, it wasn't a gift. That means I like you. I don't like you.
Oh.
Okay. This was more for the community.
Was it just a bribe?
No,
Like a
it was
bribe to
more.
let
It
you
was
on
more
in
for the
front of
community, so they could just stop the suffering of watching you trying to do that. But I'm Shane. Same old Shane on Twitter. I don't have too much of an outro. I'm not doing too much yet. I will be doing more things streaming wise, everything else eventually. And for everyone who was involved in the 1440 makers, I just want to say thanks. Not him.
All right, Christopher.
Excellent. So you saw it here, 22. It is on record on YouTube. That is the current stacking record. So please, now no cheating. If you send pictures of you stacking midgets, don't glue them and stuff like these guys will. Don't do that. But anyway, yeah, I'm Chris Riley. I'm on YouTube. I do 3D printing stuff. You can check out my videos if you like. That's what they're there for. Chris Riley 3D on Twitter if you'd like to check that out. Another successful Sunday fun in the country basement. It is always a good time to hang out with you all. Glad to be here. We'll be back next week as far as I know. Murph is coming up very soon, and I'm excited about that. And that's all I got for today. Walter?
Sure? You sure that's it?
Well, I stacked 22 benches. I'm out.
Right. Hey, prove it.
I'm going to go back and screen cap this.
I'm Walter Country 3D, and you can find me everywhere at Country 3D. We're going to get started back doing YouTube here shortly. I am not there yet, but we are going to get back doing it. Y'all pay attention and stay online. We'll get there. But anyway, that's it. Go, Glenn. It's your birthday.
That's pretty sad, but well, everybody, I am Glenn, and this is Country Fun Basement.
Always start with the country, baby. Always start with the country.
That's right. It's all about the country. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still a little bit in a fog, but as I say to you guys every week, we thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in, because without you, these streams would be absolutely senseless and a lot less fun, because then it would just be me having to put up with Walter and getting to hang out with Chris.
Yeah.
But we do thank you guys for tuning in. If you have not yet subscribed to us, we would love for you to do that, because it really helps boost our ego. And the bigger our ego, the more we want to produce content, which don't boost Chris's ego. He's already just killing us in content. But you can go to funinthecountrybasement.com or funcountrybasement.com. And there is actually subscribe buttons on there for all three of us, or our information is in the description of this video. Shane's isn't, because I didn't know he was going to be here. Plus, I don't think I actually know his information, so that doesn't matter.
And we don't like each other.
Right, yeah. Oh, God, when I found out he was moving to town, I'm like, oh.
Change the address. Take off all information.
Next week it will be on Walter's channel. And the links to all of that, of course, is always at Fun in the Country Basement or funcountrybasement.com. Did I get it all?
Yeah.
All right.
I think so.
I am still a little bit foggy, so that's just the way it's got to be. But thank you guys, and if I don't see you before then, we'll see you next week. Oh, hey, who is that?
You got a subscriber bar.
Was it me?
Yeah, it had to be. I'm not on OBS.
Clause 61821 has subscribed. Thank you very much.
I hope he subscribed to me too. I don't have mine up for notification though. So.
Nah, nobody wants to subscribe to you.
Shut up.
Thanks, everybody. Till next time, as always, print on.